So, one of the arguments that you've heard in favour of protests and riots at migrant hotels is that people are concerned for women and children. The far and hard right want you to believe that migrants are somehow predisposed to committing certain types of offences. Remember, we did a video on it the other day.
It's a fact, by the way, that Afghan, particularly Eritrean asylum seekers, have a particular problem with sexual assaults and sexual violence against women.
However, some new evidence uncovered by The Guardian has shown that 2 in 5, that's 40% of the people arrested for the riots last summer, had previously been arrested for all kinds of crimes, including domestic abuse. So, in plain English language, that simply means that almost half of the angry, violent, indigenous men involved in rioting last summer have either been suspected, arrested, or convicted of domestic abuse. The report says that police data released under Freedom of Information laws shows that 41% of 899 people arrested for taking part in the violent disorder last July and August had been reported for crimes associated with intimate partner violence. For those arrested by one police force, this figure was as high as 68%. Previous offences include actual bodily harm, grievous bodily harm, stalking, breach of restraint and non-molestation orders, controlling coercive behaviour, and criminal damage. And this is nothing new. In fact, many members of the English Defence League, which is Tommy Robinson's former outfit, have also been convicted of numerous sexual offences too. And guess what skin colour these men are? Yeah, you guessed it, they're white. Isn't it funny that the far right across the world, whether it's in the UK and the Epping riots, or MAGA, Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, seem to be extremely angry with people they don't like being abusive towards others, but when it's their own, they are as quiet as anything. And it just goes to show that beneath all of this outcry about migrants and the quote-unquote legitimate concerns, really, it's just stone cold bigotry. And the reality of it is, if European and global superpowers didn't keep exploiting countries in the global south, like Afghanistan, like Eritrea, like Sudan, then maybe the migrants wouldn't need to leave their countries in the first place.